Hey everyone, Happy New Year! I hope this year's starting off great for all of you. So I wanted to tell you about my recent trip to Universal Studios Orlando. So I got to go in December while all the lights were up, got to see the Grinch, got to see all that holiday stuff that I really haven't seen before. So that was a great time. Definitely recommend checking that out in the future if you haven't been before. While I was there, I decided to take the opportunity to do some detective work. So after doing a lot of investigation into this ride, here is my theory as to what the original concept and story of the ride was. So to start off, we need to look at this clipboard. So this clipboard still exists in the ride, and it has a lot of information about the ride that you need to fully understand. And it's kind of hidden. It's just sitting in the queue on a ledge, basically. So it's in the window where you can see the Raptors chasing the car. On that ledge, you can see this clipboard, and it has on it the path of the cars going through the paddock and the path that the Raptors are taking to try to catch the coaster. So we know Raptors learn really fast, we know they're really smart, and we know they like catching people and anything else they can get their claws on, right? So the Raptors are trying to figure out how to catch these coasters, and they're getting closer and closer. So the team that's monitoring this ride, they just keep increasing the speed. That's what they're doing. That's their whole plan, is they're going to keep increasing the speed, and that's going to keep everybody safe. But they can only increase it so fast, and the Raptors, they're going to figure it out before too long. So on the left-hand side of that clipboard, you can see the speeds that they're running the coasters, and on the right, you can see the notes that they're taking, as well as kind of the IQ test that they're doing for each of the Raptors. And you can see Blue's kind of leading the pack here. She's really onto us and on how to catch us. And in the middle, you can see the pass. Like, you can see how the Raptors are trying to catch the cars. So basically, we're at maximum speed when we get into the ride ourselves. When we get on that coaster and board it, we're pretty much at the fastest speed that we can get to. And the Raptors, they're getting close, it's getting dicey. So that's the first thing, and that's still there. It's just hard to see. Now the second thing, this was something that was cut from the ride. So in that same scene where the car goes by and the Raptors chase the car, on the other side of that where the coaster is, originally that was supposed to be a second launch instead of a boost, which is what we have now. So the car was originally supposed to stop, and you were gonna get some audio from Owen talking about things going awry. I don't know exactly what the audio was, but I have heard that Owen was part of it, and it was not good audio. It was, the Raptors are out to get you. You better hightail it out of here. And then you kind of go up that launch to run for your lives. I was told that they actually painted blood on the walls of that scene to indicate that things were not going well. And as far as I know, that blood is still there today, but you cannot see it. You are going way too fast. Even knowing where it's supposed to be, I can't tell if it's there or not. I can't see that fast. But if anybody here has ever got stuck on that part of the ride or does get stuck in the future, please look and tell me if it's there, because I have to know. But I was told it's painted on those walls, so I'm gonna take that team member at their word for that. So that's where things were supposed to go amiss, but that was cut due to some kind of combination probably of time and budget constraints. So they weren't able to, under the constraints they had, get that car to go from 0 to however fast it needs to go to clear that big incline. They couldn't do it with those limitations. So in order to get the ride delivered on time and in budget, they just turned it into a boost instead, which the boost is fun, but I want to know what Owen had to say. It doesn't quite feel like a Jurassic Park or Jurassic World ride when everything goes well, and that's kind of how the ride is today. Everything ends well, and I've seen enough Jurassic Park to know that's not usually how this story goes. So that's the first thing. The second thing that was cut was an ending scene. So at the end of the ride, there was supposed to be an animatronic Indominus Rex head that was trying to get a bite out of you. So that kind of ties the pre-show videos together, where Claire is talking to Owen while you're waiting to get on the cars where you can see him. When they're talking back and forth on the screen, she's overlooking the Indominus Rex paddock, and that in the original concept tied back into the ride, and there was a Indominus Rex head that tried to get you. That was, I believe, cut for time, but the animatronic head was already far enough into development that they finished it and they still used it, and it's actually at the River Adventure in Hollywood now. So if you guys remember, the River Adventure in Hollywood used to be Jurassic Park, just like the one in Orlando, and a few years ago they changed it to Jurassic World, where now at the end you have a T-Rex and Indominus Rex fight. Well, during one of the refurbishments for that ride, they added another Indominus Rex head earlier on in the ride, kind of as a surprise. I don't think that many people expected that to come. I think that's this head that they were talking about. That's what makes sense to me. I think this might be the head that was scrapped from the Velocicoaster ride. So I feel like the Velocicoaster is a really good ride. It's really fun. It's probably my favorite roller coaster, but I really, really wish that we had got some of these elements. I feel like that would bring it closer to kind of like the Hagrid's ride, where we get the audio throughout the ride, we get the animatronics, we get that. It also would feel a little bit more true to Jurassic Park, Jurassic World, where, you know, you are not going to have a happy ending if you're sending people with these dinosaurs. It's not supposed to end well. And the current version, it kind of ends maybe a little bit too well. So I wish we had seen this. Who knows? Maybe we'll see it one day. But in the meantime, it's just kind of nice to know what it was like. Nice to know what the plan was. And I can kind of envision that when I ride the ride now. So hope that was new for somebody. Hope you learned something. And don't forget to check on that blood for me. I really want to know if anybody can find that. I hope you have a great day. Thanks for watching. And I'll see you later. Bye.